Hi guys, it's Stella here. I'm proceeding with the episode 8 of my book, My Life, My Testimony. For those who doesn't know me, my name is Stella and I'm writing a book based on a true story of my life. I would like to share my story with the world, and I believe my story will help other people as well. Thank you for those who are subscribing, those who are following. I thank you so much for your interest. So today we are proceeding from the previous episode. On the previous episode, I was explaining my arrival at Gokwe, where I was accompanying my ex-husband. Like I explained, it was a hectic journey. It was quite a challenge, but I just thank God that we managed to get there alive with the baby. She was about 3 months old. So today I'm proceeding with what happened after we arrived in Gokwe. It's like if you don't like being a doormat, then get off the floor. In 2002, to those who still remember, there was drought. Therefore, 2003, there was hunger. As days went by, it happened that the food finished. Remember, my mother-in-law, she gave me some food stuff, but after some days, the food finished and I didn't have money to buy more. So at work, my ex-husband joined the club for beef committee. I'm sure some of you know what is beef committee. I remember at that school, it was too small. Like I said, the staff members were only 7. Each grade has got one teacher. This means that the club was going to have only 7 members. So after sharing the whole cow, the meat was too much. It was a lot because it was shared among a few people. Like each and every individual managed to get at least a bucket full of meat. Honestly, it was a lot of meat, especially for 2 people. It was just me and my husband who were eating meat because the baby, she was too young. That's when we started talking. He was talking to me about the club and he was telling me how much was he going to pay. Maybe he was talking to me because he realized that there is food on the table. I don't know. So he instructed me to join my friends. The wife of the deputy headmaster, she was my friend. So went with her to the village so that we can collect the meat. So we went together. When we get there, we arrived. Actually, we found them, they were almost done to prepare the meat. Then we were just ladies who were supposed to like to carry the meat. So we prepared the beef tripe, the Maura and Maguru. As ladies, we clean them very well, and then we pack the meat and the beef tripe together in the bucket. But that place was a bit far from the school, so it took us about 30 minutes to walk from the village to go back to the school, and it was already dark. It was already dark by then, but we managed to get back to the cottage safe. There was one thing which was bothering me, regardless of having the whole bucket of meat. This issue was that there was no mini meal in the house to cook pap. I was asking myself, how were we going to eat the meat without pap? What I did that time, we got home with my friend, and I explained to her the situation. I was just being honest with her that we don't have mini meal anymore in our house. So she understood and gave me some mini meal so that I can prepare the pap. So I managed to cook the pap, then I prepared the meat as well. then we ate. So at least I was relieved. I remember I even left some of the food so that then following day we would have something to eat. But this was just temporary, and it happened that mini meal I got from my friend, it finished, and we were only left with the whole bucket of meat, but there was no mini meal to prepare pap. I dried the meat since we didn't have a fridge in our room and there was no electricity at that school. So those people who were selling some drinks and beer by the shopping center, they were using those fridges which use paraffin. So as for us, we didn't have a fridge. So the problem of not having mini meal but only meat got worse because even the sugar to make tea was finished. I remember after eating only meat for about 2 days, I was craving for tea because I never lived such kind of a life without having tea. I then cooked my meat, I boiled water and put the 3 leaves. There was no sugar, so I tried to drink it without sugar, but I couldn't. So I then took some salt and I put 1 teaspoon of salt in my cup and tasted. Unfortunately, it was tasteless. I couldn't drink tea with salt. It was worse, so I just said, it's fine, it's okay, let me eat the meat until I'm full. But it was a bit tricky to eat meat until your tummy is full. So my ex-husband was a drunkard man and he was going to the bar almost every day. He was buying a pub there because there were some ladies who were selling pub by the bar. This issue of eating meat alone was only affecting me. I remember those days when he came back from the bar, he was not eating anything. He got home, he was just sleeping until the following morning. That's when I asked him, and he told me point blank that he was buying pub by the shops where he was drinking beer. I was speechless. The following day, I asked him why was he doing that, and then he said he was not responsible for me to eat or to have food in the house because in the first place he didn't want to go together with me at his workplace. So it was like he was trying to fix me that I can't have food because he didn't want me to accompany him. It was so painful. But I just kept quiet. I didn't ask him. Um, and I realized that the reason why he joined the beef committee was only because the other staff members they did join. So he had no option. But honestly, I think he was not interested. So I was eating meat for some days as well. I think for the other 2 days as well. But I was breastfeeding. I wanted to eat something so that the baby will have some milk. My friend didn't know that my ex-husband was not buying mini meal until I went back to her to ask her for another portion. She was shocked and she couldn't believe it. Then she said she is better for her to give me the money so that I buy mini meal, which was going to last us for some days. So she gave me money. Then I rushed to the shopping center to buy the mini meal. Then I was so excited, at least I was going to eat pap after such a long time. What I didn't know is that move was wrong. I didn't know I was going to be in trouble with my heartless ex-husband. As usual, he went to drink beer, but that day he went to the village for a traditional beer. So he was not very far from the school. I prepared the food, I ate, then I prepared his food. Um, when he get home, he then saw that there was pap in the house. He was asking me where did you get the mealy meal? Then I was being honest with him. I told him that my friend, the wife of the deputy headmaster, she gave me the money, so I went to buy the mealy meal. So he didn't like that idea and he started beating me thoroughly. I was beaten so bad because of that issue of borrowing money to go and buy mealy meal. That's when I realized that this guy is a wrong guy. Firstly, I didn't know he was a drunkard. He lied to me. Secondly, I didn't know that he was so abusive. He beaten me. So those were the red flags, and I was so scared and afraid. That was the first day when he was so rude and cruel to show me that he doesn't care. He was heartless. He was so heartless. Such is life. Let's wait and see what's going to happen after this incident. Please keep on subscribing, keep on following my page on Twitter, here on YouTube. Please, this is an interesting story, something which is based on a true story of my life. It happened to me, not someone else. Thank you so much for your interest. We'll meet again in the next episode.